taste, can't erase bitterness in my face. Work a job every day till your dreams fade away. Like a card, never change, play the game. Now we say, I need a break.
What'd you think of the episode?
Well, I have good news. If you are even slightly polite to Jennifer Walters, what is that?
Remember when I said the other day I had to do the Lego Infinity Gauntlet?
No, that's flipping us off.
Yeah. Is that okay?
Yeah, it's
We're
good.
gonna leave it. Okay.
But yeah, if you are slightly polite to Jennifer Walters, apparently you get it in. And
Okay, hold on.
So this is just the message I think Disney wants to send to all the young girls.
Okay, let's hear it.
Is that if a man is polite to you,
If a very attractive man,
especially
is polite to you.
because
you said Josh was a good-looking dude,
he
and
is.
we all know
know
about Charlie Cox,
and
the
doctor,
actor.
The doctor dude. So yeah, if a very good-looking guy is polite to you, you let him hit. You have to. That's feminism. So you have to let him hit.
Right.
And before the show came out, we knew Matt Murdock was going to show up eventually because of leaks and all that. So
we know he's a player.
And he was pretty brutal. Like, I know he doesn't kill.
Right.
But
he smacks it. Yeah, he'll knock someone out.
This show, She-Hulk, is still racking up a body count like no other. So
that was good.
That was good. I get so Matt Murdock is a hoe in his show.
In the show, I mean, he bagged Elektra.
Yep.
First off, then there's like two other people in the show that he also, and that went on for 3 seasons. So he's due to sleep with someone in each season of a show he is in. He is
as opposed 100%. To She-Hulk, who is due every other episode.
Yeah.
So if she's in a movie, 3 or 4, 3 dudes a movie for sure.
Right.
So that's the first take.
You're right. I do think that it's been a little overkill.
My main issue, so to take it away, like, I know people are probably going to get upset about that. To take it away from just like the sex, because yes, they're like, they can both have sex with whoever they want. My issue is we were told this show is about She-Hulk. This show is about Jen Walters, and it's supposed to be like, a lawyer show. And this show has become about the guys she's having sex with.
Right. And I hear that, because as soon as we knew Matt Murdock was going to be in this, she would get completely overshadowed by him in whatever scene he's in.
Yeah.
And that happened. Like, I was talking to my girlfriend, and I called it I was like, we got to watch Daredevil. I said it 2 or 3 times before I corrected and called it She-Hulk. So
this isn't related, but I accidentally called it Miss Marvel when I was watching with my wife, and I was like, I'm going to put on Miss Marvel. And she's like, is it Miss Marvel? And I was like, no, this one's She-Hulk. Sorry.
Yeah. So, I called it Daredevil. I don't know. I mean, I don't know if that was the smartest idea. But I agree. It's been about the men more than it's been about her.
It has. They've taken, like, even when she's in the scenes, when she's talking, it's become about the men.
Right. And if you would have had it more about her through the first 7 episodes, you could have had this Daredevil episode and have it be about Daredevil, because I mean, he showed up in court and he just put a high profile, a little lawyer from Hell's Kitchen, just put a
he cheated using his smell. She didn't turn in, like, she didn't use.
Wonder what else he smelled in that courtroom.
Well, some people probably had strong perfumes. Aftershave maybe. That dude, the Leapfrog's a douche, so probably super strong Axe. Like, he sprayed the whole can before they walked in. All right.
Look what I did. Back in high school, you hit him with the X. You hit him with the axe.
I always just went spray in the air and walk through because it was too strong for me.
I did that. I was like,
and I also didn't use axe unless I had just gotten off of a sporting
just
event.
End it there.
Yeah, I used Old Spice, not a sponsor. But anyway, so the show, I think it's good, but I do think it's failing to deliver on it being about She-Hulk.
Yeah, I think there's been
like the ending of this episode where they showed that she does have a Hulk side is clear that they're going to make it about her. But first, it was about
took too long.
Like it was about Emil Blonsky, then it was about Wong, then it was about Josh, kind of like
Titania.
So what still wasn't about Jennifer. Now and it was also Hulk in the first episode, not just Emil.
Right.
And then it was about now it's like Daredevil. It's almost like she's the web that keeps it together, but it feels like it's about these other things that she's doing. But yeah, I think it was an awesome episode, by the way. I do want to say
I don't think this episode missed. I don't think this episode missed.
We got to see her go Hulk, smashing the ground, the clap. She went and she like raged at the end, which is what we've been waiting for. We got to see a sweet action scene with her and Daredevil.
A Daredevil like hallway. Own. Yeah, you got like Daredevil hallway thing.
Not a single shot. That was like 50 shots, but
you didn't get the single run. Wait till Daredevil Born Again. They'll make sure to throw another one
like as soon as they had him stand there, and it was just like this super unnecessarily long pause. Where they basically made it predictable She-Hulk was gonna fall through. I was like, oh my god, we're gonna get it. This is gonna be a single shot, and then it didn't happen.
Yeah, no, you'll get it in Daredevil Born Again. You got 16 episodes of that, so
yeah.
But no, I didn't think this episode missed. I think there's been 3 episodes that have been to the standard I kind of hold Marvel to, and then everything else has kind of been like a little less.
If you're talking digital effects, this one's a little below that.
Yeah, but there was one time where I'm pretty sure she said something, and I'm pretty sure her mouth didn't even move. But,
in this episode.
Yeah,
because it was after that point. I can't remember what was said, but Sarah A, that's my wife for those listening, said the animation isn't very good in this.
That's been very.
I view her as a non-partial third party or impartial third party because she doesn't really care about Marvel, so it's all about.
Obviously the CGI. The CGI has definitely been spotty throughout the entire thing, so like it's almost like I'm numb to it by now. But
my favorite, I still think her friend, I'm blanking on her name right now. Nikki. I wanted to call Katie, but that's Shang-Chi. Nikki. I still think she's just awesome. I want more Nikki.
And Pug.
I think
they
like right now, since we haven't seen too much of him, we like the shoes and everything. More of him might get too much. Like we don't know, but could be if they can do it right. I wouldn't mind seeing more of him too. And then the Leapfrog. I want to know who his dad is.
Right, he's obviously very wealthy.
And if he's frog related, it could be
Man-Frog.
Man-Frog. Like, I don't know. I was trying to think earlier. I was like, is it Toad? Like, are they going away with Toad?
Yeah.
Are they gonna make Toad some old dude, or is he something to do with jumping? Like, is there? And so I didn't have time because I had to watch this, and come right to recording, but I didn't really have time to Google and do some research on who his dad could be. So yeah, I'm interested to see who the dad could be, of Leapfrog, and. Now we know that whatever intelligentsia is the bad guy, bad people. She almost caught, or she did catch one.
Yeah,
which would have been right. And then the cops didn't try to do anything about him.
Right.
They just let him run by. Like you could have had some cops at least still stop the 4 people in black masks that are clearly not supposed to be at this gala.
Yeah, but I guess their job was to contain the bigger threat, I guess. But still, to only have 4 guards. Still, to only have 4 guards, that's still questionable. Like it.
Yeah.
So
we don't know is Josh. So Josh is clearly part of intelligentsia.
Yeah.
Because he recorded and sent his sex tape to them.
She did like tease stuff. She's like, "Oh my god, is next time the finale? I bet you're waiting to see is there going to be a red Hulk or whatever?" Like she said
Hulk, but this one's red.
Yeah, and then they're like, I wonder what other thing you're gonna get shocked with, and then Nikki comes out with like the 3 things in each thing. So they're
trolling the
teasing us.
fans.
Yeah, they're
trolling the
definitely
fans
trolling us.
right after. And what weird timing to have this episode come out after Wolverine was announced. What weird. It's like you were all working together. You were probably working with Ryan Reynolds and let him know if you're gonna announce it, please do it before episode 8.
Right.
Come on, like they 100% planned the announcement of Wolverine last week to rev for the 100%.
Yeah, no, it was good, smart. Especially because when she was first looking on the website, when people were like the news stations, when it was like whatever, and it was like man with claws starts bar fight or something on the little tabloid thing underneath. So it's like another hint towards it. But
God, what just the 100 IQ plays.
Right. Yeah. The 100 IQ plays, but the 20% CGI.
All the money is going towards the references to Wolverine.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, I don't know. So I can get over the like sex thing. I just don't want them to portray it as like they portray it as a feminist, like strong female show, and I think they do portray what women go through well by hearing the comments from the lawyer about women women lawyers are the same thing as men, but they do it backwards with high heels. The pigs that we had in the early episodes, especially like they do that at their previous law firm. Like they've done a good job showing that, but in terms of sending the message to young women, I was like, there was that big conversation on Twitter about it's super unrealistic that no guy wants to date Jen. Like she's supposed to be funny, attractive, wealthy, smart,
right? Yeah,
and it has a home to herself. Like,
right?
There's nothing about Jen that's like undesirable, pretty much, which is what unprovoked.
Yeah,
my wife brought up while watching this episode.
I think a lot of things that they've done to kind of like mitigate that fact is that they've surrounded Jennifer Walters, Tatiana Maslany, with other actresses that would be perceived as more attractive. So it kind of like takes away from Jen's thing because like
probably purposeful.
Yeah,
that's probably purposeful.
So I guess that's how I see it. So, but
my wife also did mention 4 times that Tatiana Maslany is beautiful while watching today.
No, she is.
She mentioned I was just like, yep, I get it. She's like, I straight up at the 4th time, I looked at her and I was like, I get it. She's good looking.
Yeah. Yeah. I get it. It's, I mean, yeah. The a lot of people are also like, I've seen a lot of things that because the little snippet they had was like She-Hulk's in the other room and Daredevil's in behind her, and she's like, this guy's really doing it for me or something like that. And then people like the internet was just upset. They're like, if She-Hulk has sex with Daredevil, like that doesn't make sense or whatever. And I was like, man, Daredevil's a hoe, man. Like he's
right. Well, and I mean, so he has sex with one a season. She has sex with somebody once every 2 episodes.
Right.
The fact that they're both in the same episode, we should have. Yeah. The second they were talking to each other at the bar, my wife and I looked at each other like, how long until they have sex?
The second Matt Murdock smiled, it was over. Like to be honest,
he walked into the courtroom.
Yeah,
and it was just like, yep, that's not even his cane that he's using.
Right. That's not the cane making the tapping noises on the floor. Doesn't even need the cane. He's just lying.
Right. His actual superpower is that thing sniffs around. Picture it. For everybody listening, close your eyes. Picture it. Walking in the courtroom. All right, we're good. Yeah, but yeah, we knew right away it was going to happen. People were talking about whether or not this was going to happen. We speculated about it last week, and I was part of the people that said I would rather it doesn't happen. Right. Because again, my whole thing is I've wanted it to feel like a She-Hulk show. Moon Knight felt like Moon Knight.
Moon Knight wasn't tied to anything, so it's
Miss
not like
Marvel
you could even...
felt like Miss Marvel.
Loki, right. I mean, it's been different. This is their first this is their first time doing something very out of the ordinary for themselves.
Agreed. Yeah.
So
the first time's never going to be as good as you want it to be.
Right. Right.
That applies for a lot of things.
I was just gonna say, yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, I mean, this is their first time doing something weird. I'm sure it's not like the first time they do a rated R project is probably going to be Deadpool.
Yep.
And so they've got enough like help and expertise with R rated that Deadpool's going to be great. It's probably going to be better than great. But you know, they did She-Hulk themselves, which is the first like TV 14 almost, as in regards to the content, not necessarily the brutality. But we'll have something next week for you because Werewolf by Night is on Friday, so tomorrow.
One thing I'm excited for is when Daredevil gets his 16 episodes. Does that mean She-Hulk's gonna show up?
I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that for a little bit.
That is something you and I speculated last week, and how if they make it rated R, I want to see She-Hulk
like TV 14.
I want to see She-Hulk in a more mature role.
Oh yeah. I mean, yeah, in Daredevil, he's fighting Nobu. Nobu is a like one of the hand leaders.
Mm-hmm.
He's fighting Nobu, and Nobu has that like chain sword thing.
Yep.
I'm talking about like the chain, and then there's the blade at the end.
Yeah.
So Nobu's like whipping it around, and Daredevil obviously like has to be close combat, and so Daredevil's trying to like dodge it, and Daredevil straight up just gets his like stomach ripped open, and so he has to end up like take out Nobu, but he's got this giant gash like in him. And I was like, that would never fly in like Marvel nowadays. Like it'd just be like, oh, he's got some blood.
It would be implied there'd be blood on his suit.
Yeah, but yeah, they gotta. I mean, they're gonna do those things with Daredevil Born Again, and hopefully some of that stuff as they learn it will transition to Marvel shows like Blade or Punisher, Moon Knight season 2, or Werewolf by Night, Midnight Suns. Like we're hoping, but.
Yeah. Anyway, I do want to reiterate, for those of you that made it this far, at least, I do want to reiterate, I did like this episode.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed this episode. I thought it was very good. It's probably my favorite episode so far. And
I genuinely like chuckled because I was like enjoying what I was watching this time. Like there was and it was a lot of to do with Daredevil. Like I thought Matt Murdock, Charlie Cox, Daredevil stole the show every time he was there. And that little
the fight scene.
The little hallway one?
No, the one where she's chasing him.
Yeah, he couldn't really do anything. He couldn't be close combat. He's going to get his ass kicked. So
yeah, exactly. But like he like does it off the building, like he's winning the scene there, and then when she kicks his ass out.
Yeah, and then he's like, ah,
right, because his ears are probably ringing to shit. Like he had a sonic wave loud enough to knock him and cars back.
Yeah,
for somebody with hyper hearing that can hear 30 heartbeats.
Yeah,
and differentiate between heartbeats.
Yeah, that I thought that scene was pretty good too, where he's like, I can even hear your heartbeat or whatever, and it's like,
it's pretty.
She's staring at his lips, like, holy shit. Like, I was like, yeah, that's how I look at Charlie Cox too. I don't blame you.
I agree. Yeah, like that's
no,
thing.
I'm
like,
healthy. That's not weird.
Great thing for Tatiana Maslany / She-Hulk / Jen Walters. All the dudes that she is having sex with in this show, 10s.
Yeah.
Like she's at,
and that's just talking about how many inches too. Like that's
all 10s, all 10s. And except the doctor guy, his personality takes him off at 10s, but looks wise, she's batting 1,000.
Yeah,
she's done well for I'm jealous a little bit,
Yeah.
all the dudes I bagged.
Yeah, no, there was a lot of good parts of this one. It was probably my favorite as well, just because just Daredevil I don't want to say carry the episode, but I knew he was going to make the episode 100 times better.
And that's why they waited, because they knew he would take a lot of the light. I know he's supposed to be an asshole. I like Luke Jacobson.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I know he's supposed to be an asshole. I really like him.
No, but I mean, like,
I love his attitude.
He did the right thing. I was like, okay, I saw it. Like, all right, once She-Hulk's gonna go in and save him. She's gonna get the suit back. I knew that. And
The
then he's
white
like,
dress that they spoiled in the trailer, so the reveal really wasn't a reveal.
yeah, it was nice. But I mean, her suit looked good.
Yeah, suit looked good. It looked good, but they spoiled the white dress, which is I was like, please don't be the white dress, and I was like, oh, it's the white dress. Okay.
Yeah.
But that's all right. I like Luke. So a lot of the side characters, Nikki, Pug, Luke. I still don't trust the
good. Yeah.
Yeah. And I also I don't trust that's the lawyer lady.
Yeah, good is the lawyer. Yeah. The one that was like women, just
Yeah, where she made a good point, like where we are constantly asked what it's like to be a female lawyer. Yeah. I like that. That was a good line. But yeah, I still don't trust her. I still feel like they're trying to make you root for her until they reveal like she's part of Intelligentsia.
Yeah, I get those vibes for sure.
I think she's proud because the first time we saw Intelligentsia was in a meeting that she coordinated.
Yeah.
The first time that we saw this time with the Intelligentsia, she is right next to her.
Right.
She has access to the timing of when Jen gets the mic.
Yeah. Like there's people at this lawyer convention thing that masked up, ready to record. Like they're all ready. She clearly is, I think, a huge part of it.
Had to be an either that or her boss or both.
Yeah.
And I think she has a vendetta, probably mostly because she's female. And I think the boss probably has a connection because Titania is probably giving him money.
Sure.
So I feel like Titania, the boss, and the good are all people that are working with Intelligentsia that'll be connected somehow.
Sure.
That's my ultimate like theory on how the show's gonna end. You're gonna keep getting revealed
it's obviously not gonna be Red Hulk, but it could be like Leader. That's what I'm gonna go with. Is maybe Leader. Just because Leader would be sick to see Sam Stearns again, and it would be like the next time you're gonna see She-Hulk would probably be in like Captain America, maybe, or around Daredevil time. So
I just think you have it perfectly set up for the villains to be set up, or the three people to stab her back. You have Good to stab her back as Jen. You have her boss to stab her back as a lawyer. And then you have Titania to stab her back as a superhero.
Yeah. I also could see Titania possibly like taking Jen's side, like being like like somehow I could see
while I'm totally fine with that. Titania is considered She-Hulk's number 2 villain ever.
Yeah, but this version of Titania is weird. I don't know.
It is
comparatively,
very, but she's like, for those who weren't familiar with the comics, she's the second most prolific villain that is a consistent She-Hulk singular villain.
Sure. Who's number 1?
I can't remember his name, but it was a dude. It was some dude.
Sure.
I wasn't paying attention to it because I was trying to avoid research spoilers.
Right. Sure.
So I was trying to just stick to just what Titania was considered. But I did see that it was a guy, and then there was a couple that looked like they were in other things, not just She-Hulk, and I was trying to stick with just She-Hulk. But yeah, anyway, I don't have much else to say on the episode besides it was the best episode yet. There are some things that I would change in the show. And I think they're advertising it as something when they should have, if they advertised it the way the show is hitting, people would have a stronger response. Even though we're responding positively, I think more people would be responding positively.
I think we do a good job of being positive, but not necessarily nitpicking, but being like realistic on like where our expectations are and how we think that the show / episode could meet those expectations without being like negative, like the show sucks.
Usually the people that get to this portion are the people like the most dedicated listeners. So most likely Lucy is one of those. But for those people, I'd love to know in the comments or replies or on Twitter or anything like that.
She wants to be more negative. Like this show sucks.
Or like, do you appreciate the fact that it's something positive when most things seem to be so negative?
Yeah.
And do you like the approach, or would you rather one of us pick a side and decide? Because I like this better.
Yeah.
I like just
being
put
positive.
like being
I like
honest.
enjoying it. Like
Right.
that's just
What's the point of shitting on
whether
a show?
whether you got to take one small little bit from the episode that you really liked and that's your positive moment you're taking away, even if 90% of the episode's bad, you consider
episode 3.
I don't know. What'd you say?
What did you?
The fact that Jen Snow didn't ooh when she talked right away.
What do you mean? It's hard to animate.
Her mom straight up didn't ooh, and then she was like, and then what?
It was supposed to insinuate she was losing control of her Hulk side.
Oh, she went into a small coma right there.
She-Hulk can get drunk.
Yeah.
Anyway, let us know what you think. Are you excited for the finale? Are you going to be watching Werewolf by Night or no? I know a lot of people aren't very excited for it, but
a lot of people don't know about it.
It's spooky season, so
yeah. Also, Bloodstone's in it. I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, Elsa's in it, and Elsa's sweet.
Man Thing's in it. So, Man Thing, Werewolf by Night.
There's probably a lot of Man Things in it.
Yeah, I'd imagine.
I hope so.
Man
More
Thing
than Game of Thrones is my hope.
What?
More than Game of Thrones is my hope.
That's a good amount.
Yeah. That's what I'm aiming for in every show. So Daredevil, give me all the Man Things. She-Hulk, we haven't seen any of them, and I'm disappointed.
Yeah.
I want there to be a Disney Plus.
What would be funny is if this is just off topic.
That's all right.
She's like sitting on the end of the bed, right? And like the guy walks out of the bathroom and he's butt naked, right? He's butt naked and it's just Jennifer Walters sitting there. And then she goes, "Oh." And then she like goes She-Hulk to give herself more room.
That would be pretty adult.
Yeah.
That would be pretty adult, but I think that would be a really funny adult joke.
Yeah.
If they see, and that's the thing, once they go more R-rated stuff, that's the stuff that we're gonna get. We're not only gonna get more adult action scenes, but you're also gonna get more adult humor, which is
right.
Immediately a lot of people that are complaining about the humor stop complaining about the humor when it becomes adult.
Right.
You all look great today, though.
Huh? You all
look great today. GG.
GG.
Don't wanna sleep in, cause I got something to prove. I gotta take what I hate and finally make a move. I think of you and all the shit you don't do. Well, I'ma make hella sure that I don't become you. Have no regrets, yeah,